just like,
baby.
oh my gosh, I don't want to
Aw.
cry.
Don't cry. Oh, baby. Ish. Aw.
But yeah, I said I was not gonna cry
Lo
today.
nyaka lo. Cishe wangcinga phansi.
Hi guys.
Hi everyone.
My name is Kinida Makuedu.
And I'm Dipsy Mampuru.
And this is
Embracing.
Back Like We Never Left. Back Like We Never
Guys,
Left.
this is our last episode for the year.
Like that's how it is.
That's how exhausted you are.
Hey, we're exhausted, guys, but we're here.
Yeah.
Here, guys. Baby, how are you?
I'm good, baby. Hey, I'm tired. Last bar, ultimate last bar. But I'm so kesha monate. I'm good. The year is almost this horrible year is almost done. So yeah, I think I'm getting like a bit of high spirits.
Yeah, for next year.
Yeah, I'm a bit excited for next year. I haven't been excited for a new year in a long time.
Same. And then something happened today, and I was like, damn.
What do you want to share? What happened?
No, believe me. You have to ask me how I'm doing.
Wait, you're telling me interesting
I'm gonna
stuff.
get into it.
Okay, how are you, baby? How are you, baby?
I'm good. I'm like, okay, today was not like a good day. It was really not like a good day. Like, it took everything in me to also be here.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
It also took everything in me to be here.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
Yeah, today I was like,
yeah.
I wanted to cut the cameras.
And it actually like made me reflect on this journey of the podcast. It hasn't been an easy one, hey?
No, all the time. I think the only time we had an easy one was the time we were on time. That was the last time.
Yeah,
like
and that is when we first
started shooting here. From then, but we still putting content, like we're still delivering, guys. So
we're still trying our best, even though there's obstacles. But for me, that just seemed like it's just telling me, hore,
we're on the right path.
We're on the right path, because nothing easy.
We
are on the right path. We are on the right path, but like it just makes it like it's kind of just verifying for me, hore, yeah.
And also just proves that nothing comes easy, guys.
Well, yeah, nothing comes easy.
It might look like overnight success to people.
But people work really hard.
It's hard, guys.
Yeah, people work really hard. It's not easy at all.
It's not rosy. It's
not chop rice.
We make it look easy, but it's not.
Really
even
not.
Today, I almost looked like my problems. If it was possible to come with PJs,
I also was
one of those days
today.
Today I was not feeling it.
Also, work had hands.
Work had hands. There were too many emails coming in, and I was not impressed.
Yeah.
I was just not impressed with the day, and then I just got news, and then I was like, oh.
I'm just choosing peace. Like when it might be storming outside, but I'm just choosing peace. Like I don't care anymore. Like I really don't care anymore.
I think that's what I did as well. Like I chose peace. Like I was just like,
mice.
Yeah, even when I was talking to like one of the guys now, he was like, the last time you were here, you're so pissed. I was like, yeah. I was like, but today you're so chill. I'm like, because already I had a long day, so I'm choosing peace. There's no room for me to be angry or like you just choose peace. Just like
I sometimes just choose peace.
You just choose peace, but yeah. When I tell them what we're gonna talk about today,
I think you can let them know.
Guys, this year has been a tough year. A very difficult year. So we just thought as our last episode for this year, for 2024, before we wrap it up, let us reflect on what a year this has been. You know, the highs, the lows,
what
the
we've
lessons,
learned.
the mistakes.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything.
Ooh, this year, guys. Lo nyaka lo cishe wangcinga phansi.
And you know the funny thing with this year, it wasn't just like to me. It was like every
the whole
week,
year,
there was
like constantly there was something. This year was really a leap year. And like people saying like
I don't
leap years.
like leap years.
No, for me, I used to think, people are just being superstitious.
I said at the beginning of the year.
You did say at the beginning of the year.
We're in Libya. A lot has happened from the moment I stepped into 2024.
John Greener pants. No, FR. No, but people usually say like leap years.
It's a good year.
And I'm just like, you guys are being superstitious. And it was like, okay, hold my cup. Put
this-
me in, coach. This year was like to me, put me in,
Front
coach.
seat, my sister. We're not living Libya.
Yeah.
I'm yet to experience a good Libya. Because I was counting down and I was like, this year, the other year was, I was like, I didn't have a good time. No, I'm yet to have a good Libya.
I'm not gonna lie. Yours have been throwing hands for me since COVID. Like,
Yeah.
I've just been seeing flames since COVID.
true.
I feel like next year I deserve a good year. Even like, I'm gonna have a good year. I'm not giving it a choice.
We claiming. I don't know how many times I like that video of that dog calling God and saying, God, I hope next year I'm not on the list of those strong soldiers because I don't have it anymore.
In me, I don't have it in me as well. I've been on the list for so long. Like, give me a break. Can I go into retirement?
Right? I'm like,
Kishapoka vibe.
Kishapoka vibe.
Kishapoka vibe.
Like, I can't do it any longer. And I'm like, I know you say you know the plans you have for me.
Yes.
I don't doubt them.
Guys,
I just need peace.
That scripture kept me going.
This year.
If it wasn't for that scripture, Jeremiah 29,
9,
verse 11. I don't know where I'd be because every time like this year tested me, which was like literally every day.
Yeah, it was every day.
Like I referred to that scripture and I was like, you know what? I might not understand what is going on, but I do know hore ke tlo ba sharp. Yeah, I understand 1 plus 1 is not equals to 2, but ke tlo ba sharp. So that scripture really kept me going, babe. Yeah, I'm actually gonna get it tattooed on.
Yeah, I think for me this year, the way I got into the year, very hectic, very hectic. We laugh about it, ne? But very hectic. Then something happened with our friend. Then something happened with you.
Then something happened with her. And also the things that were happening weren't like small things.
No, not small things.
They were
guys.
like life-altering things.
I feel like the day we're ready to like actually talk about it, we will talk about it.
Yeah.
For now, it's even us. We just like.
We're still getting over it.
Yeah, we're still getting, but it was like life-changing things. It wasn't like things that like, hey, we laughing about it because that's like one of like our coping mechanism.
Yeah, we laugh through the pain.
But like, damn, it started with me getting.
Yeah.
They were like, when I want my Tom passenger, let's go. I opened it up for all my friends. I feel like after my situation, my friends would they were just going through it because after me, it was you. And then it was K.
Yeah.
The same day with you. And hey, well, I'm just like, can I
guys,
cut the cameras? Can I just catch a breather? And on the other hand, it's work, it's relationships. But at least you got into a relationship.
Yeah.
At least something gave out of 24 for her. It was friendship breakups.
Yeah,
family
relationship
breakups.
were just what tested. No,
Guys, this year was it was not a good year. But I think even today when I went through what I was going through, right? I think I just hate feeling like, especially because I'm a person who likes to be in control, right? And I'm learning not like because for me, being in control, it means to me, how I define it now is that when I want to be control of things, that means I don't trust God and God's timing and God's like I'm basically control. Saying Mudimu wena emanyana, I want to do it in my way, and I had to unlearn that, you know. So today, even when I was going through what I was going through, I was like, I was losing my mind a bit, and then I had to calm myself down and be like, okay, God, I know you have the plans you have for me, greater plans right now. Not that they don't even feel like it. I just feel like it doesn't feel nice to feel whatever I'm feeling, but it is what it is, you know. At least I cried because I haven't cried in a while. Hey, I haven't cried in a while. I think I've been holding.
Do you feel like you needed that?
I needed that, and I think my crying started last week when I went to the event that I told you about. I think I mentioned it on the previous episode. It was hosted by Rory and 2 of his guy friends. Right? So I think before that I hadn't cried in a while. Because there was a particular time I cried. I don't remember the date, but it was in April. I don't know what I was crying. But I was going through a lot. And my going through a lot, like, the one thing that I was fearful of this year was losing myself, right? So in April, I felt like I didn't know if I was going or I'm coming,
or
or I'm
going,
going left, I'm
yeah.
going right. A lot was just going on. So I cried. Yo, I hadn't cried
That in a while.
Yeah, in a while. I cried. To open that, when I went to the mirror, I saw my eyes were like, yo. And I took my phone, and I hardly do that. I took my phone and I took pictures. And then the next day I was like, God, I never want to look like this for the rest of this year. Like, it's chai. Like, I don't want to cry. Even when I'm in tough situations,
I'm not gonna cry.
I'm not gonna cry. And I even saw at the time when we were at when was it? When we went to shop. What were we shopping for, me and you? I don't know. I think there was a particular event we were going to.
Okay.
And the time we left your clothes, was it for the event that we were going? No, I don't know where we were going.
We were coming here.
To
We were
shoot
shooting a podcast
the next day.
Yeah, but we were also planning.
Oh yes, the next day we were
Fun
shooting.
City.
Yes,
we were planning
City.
Fun City, but we were also coming
to shoot the next day. So then you shared something very close. And usually when my friends cry, guys, I cry. That day, my friend cried, and I was just like,
oh, I was down bad.
Yeah, she was down bad. Usually we'll be down bad together. I was down bad inside. I was feeling numb, but I couldn't. My tears couldn't roll. I was just like, yeah, no, Kenile. Yeah, no, you need to find time to actually start crying. Because since April, I haven't been crying. Like, everything I'd just be like, yeah, sure, soldier on. I'm choosing peace. And I went to that event last week.
And then it unleashed something inside you.
Yeah, yes. And that's the thing. When you have an encounter with God, you can't hold yourself.
You can't hold yourself.
It's just gonna happen. You just need to let it be. So then I cried, and since last week, now my tears are easily, like, now I'm back to being a crybaby.
Yeah.
Now I can cry easily. I'm like,
I'm glad, because like that's how you express yourself.
True.
So for you not crying like for a while, I feel like you needed that.
You know, and because also this year has been tough. Like, this year has been so tough that I've been bottling things up. And if I have to be honest, I was having a conversation with my other friend, and I was like, I was actually talking to someone, and that particular someone was like, I don't know what I was sharing. I was sharing like my past things, like past traumas and past problems that I have. And then, because guys, I used to fight a lot when I was young, and not really fight unless you bothered me, right? Like, not for like I went around and I started beating people. No, I didn't do that, guys. I'm such a gorgeous honey. Imagine me.
Okay, yeah, baby.
Yes. So I think for me, because I was bullied, that's quite such a pila sana. But when I was bullied in primary, when I got to a certain grade, my defensive thingy was just to fight back,
went
right?
up, yeah.
So
you're only defending yourself.
So I struggled also a lot with like articulating myself when I was young. So the first thing I would do, my first response was just to fight back. Like, I'm not going to be in an argument with you because I couldn't articulate myself. And then now, like back then, I'll just choose to fight. Like, if I feel like you get into it, and I'll warn you, like, I'll be like, the third time, like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
You know? So when I was explaining that to that particular somebody, they were like, hey, it seems like a curse. Because, like, I don't know how he came to that point, but then he was like, you said the last time you fought was 2020. And then 2016.
Yeah.
And then from 2016, it was 2012. Like, it's like a 4-year gap. Every 4 years, you fight. And he's like, you add your 4 years right now. I'm like, it makes sense why these days I carry so much anger. Because I literally try to remove myself from situations where I feel like 1 minute I'll be here, 1 minute I'll be there, and I don't know how it would have happened.
So,
that's what he said, because I was
nah, hold on. Chop fries. I disagree with him.
Okay, not a case, but like
I get a pattern, rather.
A pattern, rather.
Yeah.
Let's look like a, not a case, guys, but like a pattern.
Whoever you are. No. Okay, but I get his reasoning where it's
a
stemming
pattern.
from.
There's
Pattern,
like a pattern,
rather.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like you need to literally break this pattern because it seems like it happens every 4 years.
Okay.
And I'm like, it explain why these days I'm very like, and my calmness scares me because if I'm this calm, 1 minute I'm here, 1 minute I don't know how things happen. So I'm like, I literally need to break this pattern. So So yeah, man, I've been holding in a lot of things inside. Like this shit
Yeah.
just tested me mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I was
Yeah.
fighting this year.
Spiritually as well.
It was my biggest thing this year. Like spiritually, I found myself 1 minute I'm like, mutim, like Salisho. 1 minute, like I was just like a confused hand more than anything, and I hated that. That's why I was like, if there's anything that I hate is losing myself, and losing myself means I'm losing relation with God because God lives in me and I live in Him. So that part actually like this, like it almost destroyed me because I'm like, if I can't hold on to Him, then who am I gonna hold on to?
Yeah, yeah. I think when you're going through the most, ne? Because like we this year we went through the most. I don't know how many times I'm gonna emphasize that in this
Guys,
episode,
bear with.
but every chance I get, I'm gonna emphasize
Same.
because we literally
You
did
went
go
through
through the most,
most.
and it was like it wasn't a thing of we'd go through. You know, in life sometimes you go through the most and
One major
it
thing.
stops. Like for me, usually like how my years are, like I'm gonna 6 months I'll be fighting for my life, right? And in the other 6 months,
6 months
like there's
is
a breakthrough, like life is worth living again. So this year there wasn't none of that. It was a constant okay. It was when I was looking this side there was something. When
something
I
this
looked this side
side.
there was something. So I was in a constant battle. It tested my faith. I was like,
Oh yeah,
because
even
I'd be
me.
like, God, why are you putting me through so
So
much? I feel
much.
like I deserve. I've been going through the
Yeah,
most.
she has,
I've
guys.
been going through the most, so like I feel like I deserve a break. So why am I still going through the most like this? And it's not feeling like it's getting better. So
Yo,
when things are in that light, you have a conversation with God. It's like, dog, bra God can't tell when uri bala
Libereka, yeah.
bya, uri bala bya, ngiyabona. So it
True.
does test your faith in a sense of like, because you sometimes also you look outside, baby, and you look at people and you're like, hey, Mara, why gotta get like a pillar on the strong?
Strong.
As much as though that could be like deceiving because you don't know what people are actually
Actually
going
going
through,
through.
right? Because someone might be looking at us and think, oh,
They haven't figured out.
they're having the time of their lives, which is not really the
They just don't
situation
look like our
that we're going
problems.
through. But nonetheless, when you're looking at other people, you can be like, yo, why not? Why does it?
It's so true.
Yeah,
Like I'm
why
sure
does
there's
it have
people
to
who
be?
also look at us
And they're like,
like
yeah,
they haven't figured out.
they have it, which is not
It's
true.
not true.
So when you're in that period, your faith can be tested heavily, right? And that's how I was saying earlier on. I'm saying this verse, yeah,
Jeremiah 29,
Jeremiah 29.
verse 11.
Yeah, there's also some verse, Proverbs something, every trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Heart and all your soul.
Yeah,
Something.
something along those lines. But it's basically saying even if things aren't working out for your good or what you think are your good, right? Sometimes they might work. Like you need to go through all of the things that you're going through so that you can see the light at the
Goodness
end
in
of the
God.
tunnel and
Yeah.
the goodness in
In
God,
God.
and that God will always come through for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's one,
If
yeah,
there's one
un-
person,
yeah,
if there's one
one-
being, if there's, if there's something that will always come through for you.
it's God, guys.
Yeah.
Like this year, yeah. Even in the times,
The bad
even in the times
times.
I was going through, and I was like, "Now, God, I don't know if I'm going or I'm coming or I'm left, right." Yeah, in those situations that I was in, God's hand was still in it.
Yes.
Even if I didn't see it immediately,
But you saw
after a few days
while,
or
you're
month, I'm like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
Mudimo is with me because if there's one thing, and I think it's my daily prayer, like God, you never forsake me,
Yeah.
nor leave me.
True.
Like you literally are there with me, whether I'm feeling it or not. You always a present God.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
feel like even when you're going through the most, that's when you feel God's hand. Like you literally, for me personally, when I'm fighting for my life, I feel God's presence the most.
Usually like that with me, Mara. This year, nothing.
Really.
Get it? This year rocked me. Nothing. That's why for me, that's why I came to a conclusion. I felt like I was losing myself because I'm like, there's absolutely no way. Like even now, I'm still trying to get my feet back with my relationship with God because I feel like it's not way. And the beginning of this year, I was here. Like after my incident, I was. Everybody was just like, "Hey, we don't know how you're still doing this and still finding like positivity out of it, like praising God."
Not everyone could have gone through what you went through
And still
handled
chose
it the
the
way
positive
that
way, right? I
Yeah.
don't know what happened mid-year. Aye. And since like then, since June, July, I've been fighting to get back to where I was. Not even where I was, better than where I was. So it's been difficult. It's been difficult. So hey, Hey.
Don't you feel like like during that moment when you're going through something, you deflected, it only kind of hits you.
Now
The reality
could,
of it kind of hit you.
I'm sure
Ka
it
June,
got
July.
July.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that. I wasn't focused on that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something about this year that has just brought back all my traumas. Because every 2 minutes I'll be triggered by things. Or I'd be like, yo, this reminded me of da 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 da.
Yeah.
Like I've been dealing with too many things that have been coming back from my past. So and that's why I even said like previously, I was like, I'm so grateful for the fact that I'm not in a relationship because I'm able to like deal with myself. Like it's just
You're
me and
focused
God.
on your healing. Yeah.
So it could be that, but it could be. I'm sure if I go to therapy, they're gonna tell me, yeah, it's what's
Even if it's not the whole.
yeah, it's not the whole
Yeah,
thing that
but it
took
could
place,
have
but like it
contributed.
triggered my
yeah.
my past traumas. Maybe even this trauma, I'll probably deal with it 5 years from now. That's just how life is sometimes. But like it literally pulled all my traumas from like the
Yeah.
past, you know. So hey, this year has been a really tough one. But one thing I'm grateful for is God never leaving my side. And I know for a fact that, or even the other time when I was at church, they asked us to like write testimony. Obviously, it happens like throughout the year, but throughout the year, I was like, nah, I ain't doing this. Did I even tell you about it?
I don't think you have. Yeah.
But I haven't seen you. Yeah, I haven't seen you since one city. And then when I went to church, it was like a Thanksgiving. Or
Okay.
it was something like, it wasn't a sermon. All we were doing is just thanking God for whatever
Okay,
you
yeah.
want to thank, right? Him for. And I remember that Sunday, I wasn't in Pretoria, I was in Joburg. And I remember telling my particular friend that this week, I'm going to church. I haven't made time for church in a while. I need to go
Yeah.
back to church. Like, I'm going. And then what happened? I had to go to the 8 p.m. No, the 10 p.m. service. And then I ended up going to the 8 because I had to go somewhere with my particular friend at a certain time, right?
Yeah.
Then I went to the 8 at it's service. I think, that's when my crying started. I'm lying, it wasn't last week.
Yeah.
That's when my crying started.
Yeah.
So like I was trying to fight it. So the whole thing was like, you can go at the back and go right on a board. What is it that you are thanking? You are thanking what you saw God doing and what you are thanking Him for.
Yeah.
Something like that. I was like fighting that thing in me. I was like, I could hold it even the other times. Not gonna do it today as well. Something just came to me and I went and I wrote. And whatever you write, you have to go to the stage in front of the whole church
Oh, my
and put it like this up.
Really?
When I say I was fighting everything in me to
How
like,
was
I'm not
that?
going, I'm like, Then I wrote, and I was writing small. Then the lady who came to me was like, no, you need to write in big
So that
the
the
crowd can
congregation
see.
can see it. Yeah.
Sana. Then I asked, am I supposed to go now? Like,
Yeah,
now?
now.
They're like, yeah. I'm like, yo. I'm holding my
Oh my,
thing.
that's intimidating.
And I'm walking on the stage. And I'm like, okay. Then I take my thing, I present it. I'm like, yo. And I stood and I just started crying. Yo. Because I was just like,
Baby.
oh my gosh. I don't want to
Aw.
cry.
Don't cry. Oh, baby. Ish. Aww.
But yeah, I said I was not going to cry
Lo
today.
nyaka lo. Cishe wangcinga phansi. Oh,
But
baby,
yeah, I stood there and
Usana,
then
you-
everybody
you make
read.
us cry in front of the people.
And then everybody read it. And then when I got off the stage, like I was just crying and losing it. And everybody just came to me and they're like, you're so brave. And I think I was like, my biggest thing this year is that I'm grateful for the gift of life because I almost didn't see. I didn't know if I was going to make it for this year, you know. So I was just like, I'm grateful for the gift of life. Like, even the little things that happened this year, I can't see it because the biggest thing was God spared my life. Like, God was so good to me that in the moment that I was going through whatever I was going through, that was the last time I could feel God's presence. And I saw that He was there with me, you know. So I was just like, this is a lot. But I did it. And somebody came to me and they're like, you're so brave. Because, like, some of us, we're still holding a lot. And we are so scared to go and, like, confess that this is what I went through and stuff like that. And I was like, step by step, I'll get there. You know, step by. But this year,
Yo, babe, that was a
Yo,
big step, ne?
it was a big step. Like, I think for me, it's when I knew that, okay, next year we're definitely going to therapy.
Do you
I
f-
can't delay it.
Yeah, do you feel like that process helped you release?
I think it did, but it also proved to me one thing I always knew that I think I forget about myself, which is I'm brave. It's just I don't see it much, but I'm
You're
actually
courageous.
brave. Like I'm brave, brave. So yeah, you could imagine the whole congregation looking at you like I was just like, yo,
Was it like were the other people on the stage?
no, one man, you go. The pastor is there, just reads. Okay. I'm just like, yo, this is so
Oh my
intimidating.
gosh, that is
It was intimidating,
intimidating.
but I did it. So yeah, a bad year, but a lot of things
Ooh,
that I've learned.
ushapuma.
I thought I told her, guys. I thought I told
No,
her, but I didn't.
oh my goodness, that's so
Yeah, no, it was
hard.
very hard. And I think that day I was grateful that I didn't go with anyone to church. I
You
literally went
needed
alone. I
you
was like,
needed it by
yes, I
yourself.
needed it by myself
Yeah.
because I think I was supposed to go with our other friend. But then I think
It
we
was a
agreed.
youth thing.
Yes, we agreed that we were going to go at 10 o'clock. But then something happened that shifted me to 8. So I ended up going to the
It
8.
was God.
So I was like, I think if I had went to 10, I was not gonna go on that stage. But then God knew. And I think for me, I wanted to hold it, but I was like, why is it that when we buy cars, we buy big things, we wanna praise the Lord. But even in the little things that we don't seem to appreciate, which is a gift of life, why am I not putting it out there and saying, "Modimo ko bone, wa tshepahala, and you are alive"? Like nobody can come to me and tell me you're not alive, you know? So it was just one of those. I'm like, I don't need to wait for me to get whatever that I lost to come and praise you and say, oh, Mutima's alive because Mutima was able. No, you spurred that is enough. Like
Yo,
it
baby.
just proves to me that there's still more that I need to put out there. You get what I'm saying? So,
And it just goes to show you have a purpose.
you know,
Because you that purpose just hasn't been filled.
Filled,
That's why
yeah.
Mudimu was able to do such a big thing.
Thing, you
Because
know.
you could have easily,
I could have
but
lost my life.
you
I
could have lost.
guys, we could have been talking
We could have
about
lost
Guinea.
our lives this year.
Oh,
We
yes.
could have lost our lives.
Same, because that was also a life-threatening thing that you went to. Yeah, guys, this year we could have been talking past tense. They wouldn't have been embracing because both of us experienced
Both
life
of us would
threat.
have been embracing. Honestly.
Yeah, this year not a good year.
Yeah, but I think with all the bad that this year has done, you bad girl. 2024, you bad girl. But with all the bad, I think I'm also still grateful, Like, I'm grateful for the gift of life. I'm
More than
grateful for the
anything.
gift of family, even though all of those things were tested.
They were relationships were tested.
Relationships were tested, family relationships were
Ships.
tested, friendships were
Yo,
tested.
guys, anything relationship,
Yeah.
yo.
All of it was tested.
was
But I
tested.
think more than anything, I'm grateful that I'm still here. And I'm grateful that I'm still pushing. I was reading something, I think on Twitter or TikTok, and it was basically saying we don't thank God enough for just waking up every day, right? It's very easy for us to point things that are wrong out.
In our lives, but
It's very easy, but we don't give enough gratitude to the
yes.
Lord that we've made it through. Yes, I might not be where I want to be, but I'm okay.
Because that's why even today when I was going through that, you just reminded me of particularly what I was thinking about. Because in that moment I was like, okay, it's fine for you to feel what you're feeling and what you're going through. It's not the best news that you wanted to hear today. Because for me, I feel like since my birthday, I feel like I thought I was finishing strong.
Yeah.
Right? Because since my birthday, I've been like on
A high.
like I'm just on cloud 9 in my own world. So when the news I heard today broke, I was just like, Sana, how many days are we left? We just literally left the 21 days to the next year. Can I just
It's
breathe?
finishing off with a bang.
With a bang. And I think what I was thinking about in that moment, I was like, don't condemn yourself.
Yeah.
Because even if this thing is happening, there's been great moments, right? And don't play the victim mind. Because once I play the victim mind, it's going to take me long to get out of my whole...
You're the victim
If I was
mind.
playing victim mind, I wouldn't have came today.
The victim
You
mind,
get it?
guys.
It
You can
holds
get
you
consumed in
hostage.
that.
Yes.
If you're not
So
careful, you can get consumed in that.
true. So if it wasn't for me like trying to talk to myself or talk myself out of it, I wouldn't have been here. I don't know what excuse I was gonna make, and you're gonna be angry with me, which is understandably so. So I was just like, at the end of the day, also 2024 taught us that no matter
Push.
how
No matter what you're going through, life goes on,
life
and
goes
you
on,
need to
guys.
continue and push.
Life goes
That's
on.
what it's also taught me.
Because
Yeah.
I could have been crying about it right now.
Yeah.
But then losing out on shooting this.
Yeah.
And then now it's just causing problems.
Havoc. Yeah.
Havoc.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed that even through pain, even when you don't want to do it, just do it. Just do it. So I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for me talking
Yeah.
myself out of it and say, it's okay, I don't want to go to the shoot, but I need to like
Yeah.
get it together and
You
be
have to
here.
get it together. I think there was a lot of growth for me as well in terms of like there's like I'm going every week and then but life has to go on. You need to keep doing things. It's taught me that don't be a victim. Get up no matter what. Get up, get things done. You can go back home and curl yourself in the sheets and cry again, but get things done. And it's taught me a lot of resilience. I'm not in the greatest space. I'm not okay. I'm not, I'm not functioning well. I'm going through it. But
And
I'm gonna like I'm
go
gonna
through
finish
it
strong. Yeah.
So what is like one thing you feel like is okay, like what's one thing you feel like you've grown from? Like is there like one particular character flaw or something that you felt like you couldn't do, but then right now you're just like, yo, this year taught me to do this?
I think just to be nkare nkgotetshepa. It's I'm a lot more confident in myself more than anything. And confidence in a sense of like I know I can anything that I put my mind to, I can do it no matter what. Right? So I've grown in that sense that you know what? I'm not okay, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Because the old you would have been like,
Yeah,
"Deuces."
the old me was ready to like give up on a lot of things, and that's fine, guys. You don't have to go through struggles if you don't want to.
Yes, it's fine to take a break sometimes.
It's always okay. Like sometimes you have the right to be like, I don't want to do this, right?
You just need to know when it's appropriate for you to do it and when to soldier on.
Yeah, so this year has really taught me like, although I've been soldiering on since 2020, but
Yeah,
like
since 2020 things haven't been the same. Same on my
the
side.
last good year was 2019 for me
that was
personally.
our best
And that's why it was so good. It was like it knew that
that year.
Yeah, 2019 we had a time.
ball.
2019 we had a time.
We had a time of our lives. I was almost done with my degree.
Yeah, we had a time. 2019 we had a time. So yeah, it's just taught me to like I've grown.
Push through.
Yeah, push through more than anything. I've grown and actually sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, yo, damn. I can't believe that like it's me.
It's you.
Yeah. What about you, babe?
Love it for you. I think with me it's confidence as well. Because I think like growing into my confidence, I feel like maybe that's what's making me glow. Because everybody keeps saying you glow.
You are glowing, babe.
And one thing about me, I'll glow when I'm going through. Remember, I used to say that.
Yeah,
I'm like, guys, when you see me glow, just
know.
know it's going down. But even this time, I can say it's a mixture of both. But like, it had the positive side of it. Like, I've grown in confidence in myself and being comfortable with myself. And remember, before we went to Fun City, you were saying that you're seeing a little changes
I'm seeing
about myself.
a huge change.
And
Yeah.
then even when we got to Sun City, like the Fun City, I was embracing the outfits. I think I was wearing shorty the whole trip.
shorts. And I was like, yes, girl.
The whole trip. At some point, I even wore a dress, and I don't wear dresses.
She never wears dresses.
I wore things that I wouldn't wear.
You stepped outside of your shell.
Yeah, this is like my everyday outfits, guys. T-shirt, jean, sandal, I'm out. Sneaker, I wouldn't wear shorts or like dresses and stuff. So it had a positive side of it. That's why I'm like, this year, as much as it was bad, I am grateful for it. Some things still don't make sense.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to look at this year, 2 years to come or even
And you're
next
gonna
year,
be
and
like,
I'm
yep,
just like,
I had to
I
go
know
through
why
that.
God was doing that, you know? And I think one thing, as much as I went through whatever I went through this year, I'm just grateful that I never got to a point, and I'm not saying it's not, it's, it's a bad thing to do that, but I'm grateful that I never got to a point where I questioned God or I was angry with him. I was just like, Maramutimu again. Like,
Let's ease
har
it down.
verekisane, you know? But like, I never said, I think for me, I've never came to a point where I felt like God has left me.
Yeah.
My daily prayer was, God, you have never forsaken me. You have never left me, you know? So, yeah, I've learned to be confident in myself, and I hope it's something that will grow in me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's unleashing this kinele that I'm just like, oh girl,
It's soft launching.
soft launching.
Soft
I'm just like,
launching Kinele.
I'm just like, I
Yeah.
think the real me is now.
Yeah.
More than the past years. Like if you're trying to get to know me, I feel like the people who are gonna
This is the
experience me
perfect,
now.
yeah.
They're gonna get like a well cooked nyana.
Yeah.
Like well cooked. You know, then it was a bit raw.
Yeah,
Now we
now
moving.
you
It's
are-
like well cooked. Like we're getting getting there. So for me, it's that. Like I've learned to be confident in myself a lot and to put myself first.
Yeah. Ooh, that's also another thing that I've learned this
Because
year.
I struggled with
Is
that.
to put myself first, guys.
Yeah, this year-
that thing is not easy.
It's
and
not
we had a conversation about this. We shot a podcast about this. Just
Yes, 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 yes.
prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first. Like it's not easy.
It's not easy, guys, because even like just the last time we were here shooting our podcast last week, and then we were discussing, like we were debriefing about the previous event, right? And then all of us had things that we didn't like about that particular event. And I think for me, the proudest moment for me was even when I got home, I was like, as much as we disagreed to agree,
Yeah.
but my thing was like, I could still get my point across. And
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing, because for me, I struggled with that, right? Because if I would choose peace, I'd just be like, it's fine.
Yeah,
and
without
act out.
articulating yourself,
Yes.
yeah.
So now, whether we got each other or not, point is everybody got to say what they wanted to say.
Yeah.
And it was like, it is what it is. So it was stuff like that I also struggled with. Getting my point across, whether people agree. Because I know I used to struggle with the thing out when I speak, I want people to understand. So now, when I speak, whether you get it or not, I'm just like, as long as I
Sure.
got my point across.
Yeah.
And I struggled with putting myself first or saying no. So these days I get myself being like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it.
I think another thing, as you're saying, that this year has taught me is accountability, like my accountability. Like I'm able to hold myself accountable. Yes, I've been able to hold myself accountable in
But
the
obviously it gets
yeah,
better.
it gets better. Like I've seen myself hold myself accountable. Like maybe I've navigated situations in a way that weren't necessarily okay, and I'd actually have conversations with myself, and I'm like, yeah, mola.
Need to
You need to
Awa
fix it.
ibereka pila.
So that is also another thing that I've
Increased on your
yeah,
accountability
increased on my
level.
accountabilities on an
Another
all-time
level.
high.
That's a good thing, babe.
That is a good
Because
thing.
not everybody's accountable, and not everybody can walk away and say, before people tell me things, I'm able to
Yeah,
see
pinpoint
them.
and say this and this
Yeah.
I didn't navigate in the best ways.
That's a
So
good
yeah,
thing.
I've
But
learned.
okay, now it's gonna make us go deep. What is your lowest moment this year? I think we just need to give the people something. But what was your lowest moment?
My lowest moment, I've had a lot of low moments, but I think, should I go there?
You made me go into Mojolo when I didn't want to go into it.
Yo, guys, I think, whew, this one is tricky. But
You see, we love pretty serious things. What was it, babe? I think I know what it is, but I want to hear.
yeah, my lowest moment, I think, was when I was in the theater waiting room waiting for surgery. Yeah, I was really scared. And more than anything, that really triggered my grief because before my dad passed, he was really sick. So he'd go into theater like a lot, right? And that feeling of like waiting for you, like waiting to go into surgery, is quite intimidating. Like it's a lot. You're thinking, am I gonna make it? And it also just shows you hore, in life, yes, you might have family, friends that love you, but ultimately you're alone. And it's you and God against the world.
Came alone,
And you're
gonna die alone.
yeah, you're alone and you're gonna go through things alone, as much as you might have the strongest support system, right? So it's just me sitting there, also just thinking about my dad, thinking, damn, that men went through the most. Well, one,
Yeah.
so it triggered a lot of grief, but also just triggered like a lot. It triggered a lot of emotion. So I think that was my I've had a lot other
We had
lowest
a
moments,
we
but
had a
that one
lot.
was like just a personal moment to myself where I was like, oh, this life thing is not easy. Hey, yeah. So that's my lowest moment.
Yeah, I think I kept repeating my mine was when I thought I don't know if I was going or coming. And my relationship with God has been tricky. So that is there's a lot of lows, but my biggest one was that because that's
Yeah.
what makes me who I am. So as soon as I was like out of touch or like I felt like I was disconnecting, that's when I just felt like, and in the disconnecting, I was listening to the wrong crowds or listening to the wrong movement. So it was challenging,
Yeah.
quite challenging until I was like,
I can
cut the
imagine.
cameras. We're not doing this because this man has never forsaken me, nor left me. I'm not gonna, just because things are not going my way, I'm not gonna now move with different crowds or do things out of character just because I feel like I'm not connected. So it was that for me. I was just like,
Ironically, I
Azangago.
think this year is my strongest year with God. Like our bond was
And
at its ultimate strongest.
see the beginning of
Point.
the first
Yeah.
6 months, I can say that with
Yeah.
me and God. And even now, not that I've lost touch with God. I still pray.
Yeah.
I'm just not, guys, it's a relationship.
In
Like,
tune.
yes, relationship, you pour into it, you give it time. I haven't been giving my relationship with God time. Like, basically, I'm a visitor in our
Yeah.
relationship. I'm not
But
like
it's perfectly fine. Like any other relationship, the
it has its
relationship
ups
with
and
God has its
downs.
ups and downs. Sometimes you guys are on 100, sometimes
Sometimes
more
you just
minus
like,
zero. But
So
yeah.
for me, that was my lowest point, lowest point.
Yeah, but anyway, whew,
Before we cut it, your highest point?
my highest point. Whoo, damn, I can't even think of a highest point. I don't have a highest point this year. I'm not even gonna like,
Lie about
yeah,
it.
I didn't have a highest point.
I
I'm
mean,
just cruising.
the highest point was when we went to Fun City.
Yeah, I know. I don't, I had a good time.
It's when I went to M-Fest
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Fun City. Those are like my...
I had a good time, but I wouldn't necessarily say like for me, like
Yeah,
I
for
don't
you,
know how
but
to,
for me, I
like it
get
wasn't
it.
like I think when I base like my highest point, I think of like a personal achievement
Oh
of
no!
a personal
I'm thinking
thing
maybe let me
that
just say
happened.
when was it
good
when you...
time?
Yes, the last time you felt good.
Okay, last week I felt good. I feel good all the time. It's just that like, I haven't had a highest point. I don't know.
Point.
I've had good times when I went to Mpumalanga for my birthday. I had a good time. When we went for your birthday, I had a good time. Fun City, I had a good
good
time.
time.
So
Moments.
I've had moments of, it wasn't just bad. I think people mustn't get that twisted. We had a time.
We
This
had
year-
a time
This year we had a
between-
good time, but it just was a constant battle.
Battle.
That's
We were
the thing.
fighting for
Yeah.
our lives and survival. So you don't have like a achievement this year.
Yeah,
Nice
now-
because I'm still alive. That is my biggest
Yeah,
achievement
that's
this
also
year.
my biggest. That
I'm
I
alive,
can-
guys.
that is my biggest
I'm
achievement. That I'm
alive.
still kicking and I'm still willing to fight and I'm still willing
Yeah.
to try again. And then moyalka ukotlasi.
Yeah, it's I think
Yeah.
that's the most thing I'm grateful for this year, that we keep talking about how low this year was, but trust me, we were like this.
Yeah,
'Cause
and we had a time.
if we have to compare it to other years were down. Like when I said I was down bad, I was down, and I wasn't at peace, or I wasn't. This year we were, maybe it's also part of growing. We're able to like control.
We navigated through the bad things.
properly.
And yeah, we could be having, like this year was a thing of like, I could be having a bad day now, then I go somewhere and I'm like, okay, sharp.
Let's
we
start
would-
again.
We would forget about the
Yes.
bad times. Like
That's why I enjoyed Fun
we
City
didn't
so-
dwell.
Yes,
as
in our
much as there were bad
problems.
times, there were like bad times coming along, but we didn't necessarily dwell on those bad times.
That's why I think we enjoyed Fun, because Fun City felt like I don't know,
Fun City was a
Planet
stimulation,
Pluto.
guys. Young
I don't know
Fun
where
City.
we were, but I didn't think
Monate
about my
wa
problems.
Mon-
Like,
yeah, it was like we were in a different world.
I was like, which
Monate wa
planet is
teng,
guys? So it is very, like, I enjoyed my time. I enjoyed my time. So
And also when I'm with people I love, like I enjoy my time. Like when I'm with them,
Yeah.
I'm like, whew, life isn't bad. Life ain't that bad.
what is your favorite word? Life is worth living again.
Yeah, life is worth living. Life ain't that bad,
Ain't
man.
that bad. It's yeah, zama zama.
Yeah,
You just need
so
to take it
Step by step.
But yeah, this year, guys, very tough year. I think as time goes by, we'll be able to like get into the things that we went through properly in detail. I
Yeah.
think for now is that we just trying
We
to
should have an episode on just our traumas, because we had traumas,
yeah we need to have that.
and
So,
just describe. Because this year,
This-
when I thought this year or the year was getting better, I was like, nope,
nope, it's not getting better.
nope. Yeah.
Get out the line.
Yeah.
Make way for other people.
So maybe we'll have like a detailed, like,
yeah, a detailed
of what we went
through. Like, what is
Yeah.
it that actually shaped us? And when we keep saying we almost lost our lives, which you touched on it a bit.
Yeah, but not necessarily. But we'll tell you how we both almost lost our lives.
There was never going to be embracing, guys, by the way. But God was like, not under my watch. My kids shall deliver. But thankful for that, for the man above. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing what we're doing today. Him giving us strength even when we didn't want to do certain things, whether it's shooting the podcast, whether it's, I know I'm still out with my DJing, still trying to, what happened, it's also part of the reason why I'm delaying my DJing journey.
Yeah.
But he's still, like,
Modimo sa le Modimo, guys.
Modimo ke star. I'm
Modimo ke
still here
star.
doing the podcast thing. I'm not doing my DJing, but it's still there. Like, there's a lot, but like, I know that next year, I pray for a better.
Next year is gonna. I'm not even. I know next year is
It
gonna
has
be
to
a
be
good,
my year.
because I'm not accepting anything less than a
Less
good
than
year.
this, yeah.
I'm
I think
not-
even for
yeah.
me, I was like, my favorite number is 5.
Yeah.
2025.
It's
Let's
gonna
work
be
it.
a good year.
It's gonna be a good year. So I hope you guys. I know a lot of people didn't have a good year. Some did, and we're not taking away
and
from
shout
that.
out to
Shout out
if
to
you had a good
guys.
year. Wow,
You did
Love
a great
it for
job.
You.
Love it for you.
Mm.
For those who didn't have a great year, all I can say from me is that believe in yourself. Don't doubt yourself. If you don't carry yourself, nobody's gonna carry you. And don't put the pressure on your loved ones or your support structure to carry you, because at the end of the day, you came alone. You're gonna die alone, unfortunately, and you are the only vessel besides God who can pick yourself up. And if you are working with God, it's even bliss.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, guys, this year was a roller coaster, but all I can say is we made it. Not a lot of people made it, and we should really be thankful for that, you know?
yeah, a lot of people actually like.
Yeah, not a lot of
damn.
people made it. So you must reflect. As much as you reflect on everything that's happened, reflect on the good times, reflect on the relationships with your family,
family, your
the
friends,
relationship with your friends. Just work on
partners.
introspect. The most important thing after going through a year is just introspecting, having time alone with yourself, introspecting. What can you do to be a better you?
person.
Be a better you. What
And
can
for
you do?
you.
Yes, for
Not for
you, not
anybody
for
else,
anyone
but
else.
for you.
What can you do to achieve your goals, your heart's desires, everything under the sun?
Sun.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm just also really grateful for this podcast. We really pushed, guys. It hasn't been easy.
It
Really hasn't been
easy.
And we thank you so much for the support, everybody that tunes in. Because we do have a constant people that
there's
tune in,
but like
guys.
a group that's like,
of people
guys,
that tune
let's go,
in.
we need to
Yeah,
talk.
and a group of people who are always giving us like advice
Eyes
or
on
giving
what
us
to do.
feedback and stuff like that. So
Love
we're,
that loads.
we're grateful for you guys.
Very grateful.
Yeah.
One day we'll just be sitting here and it'd be like with you guys and having a
yeah,
conversation.
yeah. So
you know?
can't wait for that.
Same,
Can't wait
Sana.
for what we have in store.
In store for the podcast.
It's only gonna get better.
For
Yeah.
our individual goals.
Yes, it's only gonna get better. Period.
Maybe she's getting married next year.
Yeah, maybe. If you like it, then you should put a ring on it.
I'm still cruising. Still
Yeah, maybe she's getting married next year. Maybe everyone is
getting married.
everybody's getting one.
But yeah, guys, it's been a tough year. I didn't want to cry on the podcast today,
Yeah.
but it happened. I was holding them in so
No,
bad.
but it's me. And I also almost cried. I had to thug it out.
Tag it
I was
out,
like,
but you know what? Maybe I'll ask them to when the part
No,
I'm
you're
crying,
not
they
taking
make it
anything
face.
out.
I'm joking. One thing about me, I'm not scared to be vulnerable, guys. Being vulnerable doesn't make you weak. It's part of the journey.
Yeah, and
So,
people can also relate to that.
yeah.
Because one thing about this year, you can relate. If there's one thing you can relate to, is that.
yes. So we just thought before we wrapped it up, we should have like talk about what this year has has done for us or what it has been to us, you know, just to like leave you guys on a high
Oh,
note.
guys, a friend of ours said we must talk about what song of the year.
She's not serious, that one.
What's your song of the year, babe?
Oh, my song of the year. Drum roll, drum roll.
How do you do a drum roll?
I don't know. I want to say it properly. I want to say it properly. When I'm even on it. I'm even on it.
What is it?
It's My Prayer by Mudu, aka TRP.
What's
That's
it?
it's a I can't play it now because we're gonna get copyright. But like,
Is it
healing.
Okay, it's a healing song.
It's just beats, and you know how I just love songs without vocals. So it's why you are
Why you
like,
want okay, I get it.
that's like my currently. It's been even before a job.
Yeah,
it's been my song.
unreleased.
Unreleased.
It's
It's been my thing.
my song of guys when I was going through my replay, like my Apple Music
Let's
replay.
Kelvin Momo.
Nah, let's just gospel.
Meets
I was
gospel
like,
and Kelvin Momo.
I was like, yeah.
You're going through it.
Yeah. There's a part where it shows you like the months more. It was like February and May. Your soundtrack for February and May was Spirit of Praise, God. Yeah.
I have Spirit of
God,
Praise.
yes.
My
need
top
Maverick,
five.
Maverick.
I have Maverick as well. It's
Momo.
oh no, it's Kelvin Momo, my boy.
Calvin
Sticks,
Lina.
my
Lina
boy.
loves Sticks, guys.
Baba Lwa M, my girl.
Yeah.
Then I have Maverick. Then I have Joyous Celebration.
Okay, mine is Spirit of Praise number 1. I was like, oh my goodness. Spirit of Praise, there's Momo,
Momo's number 1.
there's Gabza,
I didn't have Gabza this year.
there's Drake.
Didn't have Drake.
There's someone else I'm missing.
No Sticks, no Baba Lwa.
No, there wasn't Babalo Sticks. There was someone though.
Those are my.
But I think it's another gospel. What's that? It's Maverick City and the other one, King
Elevation.
Worship. It was that. Yeah.
Anarko, guys. There was a balance.
My song of the year is Khoshia Rena by Matema. It's a gospel song.
Awesome.
Listen to it. It's a very beautiful. It's an affirmation of who God is and what He is to you. Guys, listen to that song. It's very nice. But my groove song of the year.
I should have done it because this one was my groove year.
Song of the my groove song of the year is a Pakadi song. I actually have a song right now that's my favorite song at the moment. It's a Pakadi song. No, it's in Christmas present. King, the Kemit. The Kemit by Sneaky. If you're from Pretoria, listen to that song.
My current favorite gospel song, it's by my new church.
What's the name of the song?
It's a Promise Keeping God by Muso Worship.
Okay, I'll
Love it
listen
so
to
much, Kesana. It's that song that made me realize that I need to come back with God, reconnect. But like, love it so much. Every time I listen to that song, I think I'm in a different. That's where I actually get to feel God.
Okay.
So that's my favorite gospel. My groove song right now, Kyamudu, My Prayer. Benekant within.
Oh, guys, there's a song, a Bakari song called August and December. Please listen to that song.
I know it.
I think it's just released. I'm not sure, but I'll make you listen to it. The beats is crazy. On that note,
sorry, my last one. So my last one is Saka. There's this song called
guys,
Saka.
Saka is my song.
Saka.
Saka.
Yes, the one I introduced. That is my group song. Group song, but yeah, okay, guys, we got excited. One.
Yeah, and it's because of Katla. Katla said we must do
Yes,
something, and we just
we're
laughed at her like, girl, that's
girl.
not our brand.
You see why I say she's my weird friend? But
Yeah, but we did song of the year.
yeah, guys, it's been great. See you guys next year.
See
Hope
you
you
on
guys
the
know we
flip
won't be
side.
dropping anything until
Yeah, be
late
safe,
Jan,
guys.
Feb.
Be safe.
Yeah, hey, have fun, but be responsible.
Be cautious.
Be very mindful.
Yeah.
Very demure. We still need you guys in
Very
2025.
cutesy. Do
You
you
know?
believe it or not?
Barwanganga o bjang?
Oh, do you
O
believe
nyoko
it or
re ke
not?
differentiate bjang? Do you believe me or not? So I hope to see you guys next year.
Yeah.
Definitely be doing this, and we love you guys
Love you, love.
so much. Bye.